So, Marshall Brockway inspired me to talk about something I've been thinking about for some time. A different take on lying than his, but I want to talk about lying because there's a particular kind of lying that really bothers me, and it's the lie of self-deception and believing your own lies. I don't like it. I've never been able to do it. And by way of example, when I was a kid, I'd be miserable or upset about something or had a bad day at school or something. And being raised Catholic, my mom would say, well, make it a prayer, offer to God. It's an offering. It's a sacrifice. I'm thinking, what the hell are you talking about? Why would my Creator want me to suffer and take delight in my suffering? Could it follow logically from that I should torture myself because it pleased God? I can torture myself and call it a prayer. I'll get back to that in a moment. Now, the sort of self-deception I'm talking about in that case is a kind of reframing of a situation and trying to make it into a good thing, not a bad thing. So I had a horrible day, so if I make it a prayer, then it's good that something bad happened to me. And I understand why people do it, because it's a reason to persevere in the face of adversity. No matter how absurd it sounds, if you believe it and you keep trudging on, then maybe it doesn't feel so bad and it's easier to get over it. It's easy if you can reframe all your suffering as a prayer, as an offering. It's pleasing to God. Then you can persevere. You keep moving on, right? You're less likely to quit at whatever important thing you're working on. In this case, it's just not quitting at life. Never stuck with me, never worked for me, bothered me that anyone could believe that. I know people do. They do believe that sort of thing. I can acknowledge where someone sees a silver lining in a dark cloud, so to speak. Okay, so let's say that you break your leg. You break your leg. Breaking your leg's a bad thing, right? You had an accident. You're out of work for 3 months. And the only thing you could do is just lay in bed and read books. But it just so happened that you've been neglecting your reading for years, so you have a pile of books to read. So you read, and you enjoy the books, and you're glad you have the time to read, but you still, acknowledge it's bad that your leg broke. You just, on the flip side, you got to read, okay? So that's honesty. Okay, that's just, understanding that good and bad things happen. By taking something bad and saying, it's a prayer, give it to God, He loves it, give it to Him. Well, okay, so with that in mind, as a kid, my dad bought a lottery ticket once, and I thought if I suffered enough, he'd get the winning number. So it had snowed. We had a hefty snowbank going up and down our long driveway. Our driveway, you could probably park 1, 2, 3, 4 cars in it. And I crawled on my hands and knees as fast as I could, hopping up and down through the snowbank, up and down the driveway, over and over. I remember my parents apparently looked out and saw me playing like that. They thought, well, it's weird, but whatever. He's outside exercising. He'll come in if he gets cold. So I did that for I don't know how long, hours, thinking, well, if I just suffer enough, then, God will grant this prayer and Dad's lottery number will win, right? His financial problems be solved, our collective financial problems be solved, whatever. Well, obviously it didn't happen, right? Here I am making stupid fucking YouTube videos. It's terrible. Now, if that's how if you can lie to yourself, okay. But you know what? I don't trust people who can lie to themselves. Because if you'll readily lie to yourself, then who else would you lie to? Right? If your philosophy is to love your neighbor as yourself, and you lie to yourself, then you'll lie to other people if it just makes you feel better. That follows logically. I know people aren't logical. People aren't rational. What else am I supposed to do with that information but draw that conclusion? So, in conclusion, I think it's terrible to lie to yourself as a form of cope. Find any other cope, but don't use dishonesty. That would be my suggestion. Something I will not lie to myself. But you do you. If you're down with the lying, that's fine. Just don't be down with me. Thanks for watching.